Hello and welcome back to Road to Champions League Glory with Bishops Stortford. This is episode 6. Today we have an FA Cup game coming up against Rochdale in the third round. Since you were last with us, we've played a few games. Last time you were with us we just played the Western-super-Mare game. Since then we played Heybridge in the FA Cup first round and we came out with a narrow 1-0 victory. After that we played Oxford and comfortably beat them 4-2. They helped us along the road by scoring an own goal. Then we came across Dartford, where we had to get a late goal to pull off a 1-1 draw to keep the unbeaten run going in the league. Then unfortunately we came across our first defeat as manager. So we played Maidenhead in the FA Trophy third round qualifier and we lost 2-1. To be honest, they were just that little bit stronger. Sean Marks scored 2, Simpson banged one in the middle, but we just couldn't get that second one in to get a draw and take it to extra time. So unfortunately we've gone out of that cup competition, but we did have the FA Cup second round against Port Vale, which is a big tie for us. A few people turned up as well. 238 of our fans went along and we pulled off a 1-0 victory with an own goal by one of their players. We played okay. I felt we deserved a replay at least. So I was pleasantly surprised to nick a 1-0 victory. So that took us into the third round where we drew Rochdale. So last time I actually said we were going to do live comms in the Chelmsford game. Well, because we had Rochdale drawn in the cup, I thought it'd be interesting to do an FA Cup third round live comms instead of a league match. So after that we went back to league and we played Truro. We beat them 3-1. Jake getting a double. Then because there was a little break, because normally on the second week of December would be the FA Trophy fourth round qualifier, so we had a weekend off. So instead of giving the boys a week off, because they're part-time anyway, it doesn't matter with training, they're not going to be overexerted in training, I put a friendly in there. We played Billericay, which is a local club. We played a fair first team, and we came out with a 3-0 victory, just to keep up the form really, and to give them a bit of match sharpness. They didn't go into the Hemel Hempstead game without having played a game for 3 weeks. So we went into this game, and we couldn't really separate these. It came out as a 2-2 draw. Gordon picked up a bit of a knock, so he was out for a few weeks. But we came out with a 2-2 draw. Callum Harrison and John Noble pulled it off at the end, to be honest. He came on for Jake Simpson, who had a bit of a poor game, 6-4 rating. John came on and banged in a goal to pull it back from 2-1 down to make it 2-2. Again, keeping up that unbeaten streak. After that we played Chelmsford in the first of a double header away from home, and we grabbed a 2-1 victory. Only 38 of our fans turned up to go to this game on Boxing Day. They must have all been a little bit stuffed after their Christmas dinner. But then, when they came to our place, we could only get a 1-1 draw. We went in the lead, but then they pulled it back in the end and got a 1-1 draw against us. After that we played Margate. It was a bit of a narrow win. Came out of a 1-0 win. Lewis Wilson picking up the goal just before half time. They couldn't get back into it in the second half, which meant we carried on our winning streak in the league. So if you have a little look at the league table now, we are still top. We are top by 15 points to Maidenhead. They do have a game in hand, but that'll only push it back up to 12-point difference if they win. As you can see, we're still unbeaten going into January. That is something I've never personally experienced before. Definitely a lower league save. So pleasantly surprised to have Bishops Stortford unbeaten in my first season in the League South. We've scored quite a few goals, conceded not too many as well, which is quite nice. We're not conceding loads, a few clean sheets along the way. Goal difference now of a comfy 34, which is very, very healthy. So we go into today's game. We've got Rochdale in the FA Cup. We are at home, so I'm hoping for a 4,000 capacity stadium today. A sellout, I mean. We will start off by looking at the team. So we've got Siddle in goal, right back Hall Johnson, centre back got Hickford and Kevin. On the left, Johnny Hurd, the captain, fantastic. Centre defensive, in the deep line playmaker, we got Hannah. Next to him, Ryan Carroll. This is a new player. He came in about 2 weeks ago. He's going to be playing the ball-winning midfield position, which we have, and at the moment we've got a few players trying to compete for that. But Lee Sayers has left the club. He had a bit of an argument with me again, asking for first team football. I said again that the players in his position were playing better than him, and that last time he played, he didn't prove himself and disappointed me. Well, he wasn't happy with that and said that he'd rather leave than stay with a manager. Well, I said, see you later, and I packed his bags for him, sent him off to our local team, Harlow even. So he's gone there. He's on £275 a week, which is more than I was giving him. He's got too much aggression for my liking, and I sent him off on a free transfer. He played a few games for us. He got 7.1 average rating. He did okay, but for me, he just wasn't that cutting edge. He didn't really do much, except he picked up a few sevens. But if he's not putting in assists and stuff like that, then hey ho. He can go. He wanted first team football. He can get it at Harlow, not with us. So we go back into the lineup. So on the right we got Gordon, centre attacking we got Harris, left wing we got Wilson, up front Jake Simpson. On the bench Tom Lovelock, who's got a bit of an injury at the moment. Okay, but he's on the bench, hasn't played all season. So if he comes on today, he comes on today. Good luck to him. Then we have Aaron Green, Jake Jones, John Noble, Harry Osborne, Tom Molyneux, and Jonathan Pierre-Jones. So we've got 2 strikers on the bench just in case, if we need them. The rest of the squad's looking quite healthy, no injuries mainly. I'd say the squad depth is pretty impressive at the moment. I do probably need a new right back cover, because these two here aren't good enough. And possibly a new left or right winger. These boys are very, very young. Dominic Green is not good enough. Jake Jones is okay, but he can play left. That means I'm a bit struggling on the right hand side. So let's go into today's game and see what we can do. So Rochdale are obviously favourites. They're currently in League 1. So 3 leagues difference. I don't expect us to get a result. If we do, it'll be a big surprise. We'll get a lot of money from it, but just give them a game. As long as we give them a game and give them a bit of a challenge, I don't want to give them an easy victory. I'll be happy. So playing a 4-1-2-2-1 defensive mid, just sitting there looking at the team. No one I really recognise, so I'm not really sure if it's first team or not. Get you on to give him a little talk. I'll give him a bit of a passionate and assertive to say good luck to him, basically. And off we go. So we're looking at this as being an experience, basically. We played Port Vale in the last game, and they were in the same league, in League 1, and we came out with a 1-0 victory. It shows that the calibre of players at the moment can compete, so hopefully if we do get promotion at the end of this season, which at the moment we are looking quite likely to, then we won't have to do too many transfers. We'll probably strengthen where we need to, which is mainly centre back, centre mid. I don't believe we've found that ball winner that can consistently play in, week out, and I do think we need backup on the right and left wing. They're good, Wilson and Gordon, but I don't think they're good enough to play week in, week out. And a bit of healthy competition doesn't do them any harm. Possibly a new striker for next season as well. But we are only in January, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself. We haven't won the league as yet. We could have a complete collapse and lose every game from now on, but hopefully that won't happen. So at the moment, I was about to say we're about even, but then 37 minutes, Camps has grabbed Rochdale the opening goal of the game. Nice little cross in, back post. He's pulled away from the centre mid, Carroll, and he's put it in the back of the net. Looking at the stats, we are keeping a bit more possession. We haven't had as many shots as them, but it's to be expected. But they're having a lot of long shots. We're not working as hard as I'd like to get this ball back. Ewan's had a little chat with them, lots of greens, one red, but I'm going to play blind to that more or less. So hopefully we will carry on. We'll give it until about 60 minutes, and if we're still losing 1-0 60, I'll put it on from counter to attacking and just go all out for it and see if we can pick up a draw, or possibly even a rare win. Hall Johnson's got the ball, and can he cross it in? He can. Simpson grabs the equaliser on the 59th minute on the penalty spot. Bang, bottom corner. This is our way back into the game. 1-1. What can we do from here? That's the next step. Can we carry this on? We'll give him a little talk, passionately push forward. We'll tell him to have a little bash at it. He can only try. At the moment, Rian's looking a little bit unhealthy. So we'll bring him off after 75 minutes. Bring him off and bring on Tom Molyneux on. I'm a little bit worried about Kevin, so I'm going to take him off and put Harry. Leave the last sub just in case I need to do a substitution for an injured player. You never want to risk that one. At the moment it's 1-1, so this could go into a replay, which would be pretty good financially for us. And unless they get a chance in the last minute, we do. It's going to be a 1-1 draw. That means we're going to a replay against Rochdale. So I'm happy with that. We've just taken a League One side to a replay. I see when this replay is. If it's the next game that we're going to be playing, we'll stay on and play it. If not, then we won't. It's not okay. It's going to be in 2 weeks' time. So what we'll do there is we'll leave it there. Possibly look at doing a live comm. Maybe the St Albans game. We will see how we're getting on. I kind of only want to do 2 more live games between now and the end of the season, and then we'll do a big end of season review. I'm trying to make these videos a little bit different for you guys, so that's why we did the FA Cup instead of a league match. Every time I'll keep you up to date with what's going on with the team, but I'm hoping to just give a bit of variety. We'll see how we're getting on in all competitions. As you can see, financially we're keeping our head above water. We just made a lot of money off that game. I believe that's down to the FA Cup. So that gives us a little bit there. Hopefully, if we win the next game, which is again away at Rochdale, then we'll get even more money. Even if we just turn up and give them a good game again, like today, we'll pick up a bit of money through gates, because on an FA Cup game you share the gates, which is always beneficial for a little club like us. And let's just have a little check, because I want to see if we did get full attendance on that last game. No, we didn't. So considering playing a League One side, they only turned up with 350 fans. We didn't even hit 3,000 in attendance. Woodside Park is a 4,000 capacity stadium, and realistically, we've got to hope that when we go in, if we get promotion, that we're gonna hit attendances of 1,000 plus. It's got to be. Otherwise, we're going to be struggling if we're looking at getting in the league, in the league system, because Woodside Park has got to be improved every time as well. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks for pressing play, and I will see you again soon.